Hello and welcome to another video from the Marketing Study Guide. In this video I'm going to have a look at what's known as the Affect Referral Decision Rule in consumer behavior. My name is Jeff and I'm a long-time marketing lecturer and practitioner. Now, to understand where decision rules fit in for consumer behavior, no doubt if you're looking at this video you're aware of this decision process that consumers work through making a decision. Firstly, they recognize they have a need for a new product. They gather information either internally or from external sources. And then they have a whole bunch of information from which they have to make a choice prior to their purchase. And it's here where decision rules fit in. We've got 10 or more brands. How do we drill down to one final choice? Now, typically in consumer behavior, we have what's called compensatory decision rules, which is quite an analytical type approach, where we consider most attributes or all attributes. And here, non-compensatory, where we are looking at selective attributes, or we are using a fairly simple approach. Now, we're going to look at one that's quite different to the others. It's almost a set by itself. It's called the Affect Referral. Keep in mind, I have videos available that cover off each of these decision rule approaches. So what is the Affect Referral Decision Rule? So it is a very simple approach where we almost switch off from the product and we get overwhelmed by the choice, the information, and we're looking at it and we're finding it that it's for us, it's a complex, confusing choice. And that may be because we've got no experience in buying that product, we haven't bought it before, etc. Or there's a lot of technical features, or there's just a lot of information. Occasionally, we could be buying something that we perceive that there's very limited differences. They're all seem the same. So let's just do something simple. Or generally, we could have low purchase involvement. It's something we've got to get. I'm not that fussed about it. I'm not that interested in it. So in this case, we're going to switch away from being that concerned with the detail and what's called the attributes, the features, benefits, and functions of a product. Okay, so when we're using it, we will generally ignore the attributes. Okay, so we tend to then therefore make a decision on one of these things. Something we've done before, we've bought it before, it's just a repeat purchase. Some sort of habit. It's a brand that we like, or we feel connected to. There's some sort of liking. We walk in the shop and we see it and goes, oh, that looks good. Oh yeah, I like that brand, etc. So these are very emotive type things. Potentially somebody's recommendation or an online review or a series of them or a score. And even down the bottom, we just got a feeling that this is the one I want. Some sort of hunch or feeling, etc. Now, keep in mind this word affect, easy way to remember it is to connect it to the word affection. So we're making a decision, we're referring, hence the word referring, we're referring to some form of emotion, feeling, or liking. All the other decision rules tend to have a more structured analytical approach. This one's quite different. Now, I've got down the bottom, its level of use will vary by culture. Now, in some cultures, there's a very analytical approach to decision making, more structured, and in other cultures, it might be a bit more relaxed, and you go for the feeling or which one feels right. Now, here is a scoring model table that I've been using to help to explain the other decision rules, compensatory, and the various lexicographic, etc. decision rules, where scoring attributes are important. Here we've got 4 hotels, different attributes that are important to us, near the beach, city, etc. and how important these attributes to us. So you can see there's a whole bunch of numbers here, and you can imagine that some consumers go, this is all too much. I'm just going to pick a hotel simply. Okay, so they're just going to shortcut their decision and they're going to use what's called the Affect Referral Rule. Now, in this case, they just come out with an emotive or rational statement in their head. So I've got one for each hotel here. I have stayed at Hotel A before, it's quite nice. So they're basing it on prior experience. I have heard that Hotel B has a great restaurant. I'd like to go there. So again, that's a recommendation. It's a safe social choice, but because somebody else has mentioned it. Hotel C overlooks the beach. Well, that's nice. That'd be fantastic. Hotel D, that's a famous chain. They must be good. So none of these are particularly in-depth. None of them are analytical. None of them are really relying on the information. They are nice to simple decisions to make. Okay, so what happens here, the consumer may gather some information, and what they find is it's all a bit too much, or they're, as I said, low purchase involvement, or each hotel is in the same area, they've got to be about the same. So they just go for a very simple decision making. Sometimes it's called a rule of thumb or some sort of simple guideline that they may employ in other areas of their life, go for the brand, or go somewhere that has a good review, or go somewhere where you've been before. That they're all rules of thumbs, and their final choice is made on some sort of feeling or liking, or what they think they will connect to. Okay, so thanks for watching. Keep in mind that there are videos on all the decision rules in consumer behavior, and good luck with your studies.